Now I want to go ahead and turn the camera around just so we can see the amount of cars and people that are waiting here anxiously, waiting for answers as to what is happening. When can they see their child? We spoke with a parent earlier who said that she got a text saying that there was an active shooter. So she immediately texted her daughter, who said she also was sheltering in place. And I heard her say that the text message involved her telling her daughter to get on the ground and to make no noise. It's a situation that parents don't ever want to have to deal with, but sadly they're having to right now.
All right, Amber, thank you so much for that update. We just learned new information that you provided, that there is, again, this meeting spot, and we are hearing that some of the classrooms, at least one, is being cleared. So hopefully in a matter of minutes, some of the students who have been sheltering in place for more than 2 hours now will be able to reunite with their students. You heard that helicopter there above Amber, and I believe this is a live look at Ben's live camera. This is outside of the main campus entrance, where he had said police and troopers are looking for someone both on the ground and in the air, a possible suspect. Here is a side-by-side you can see. On the right, we have the National Guard Armory, where there is a fire truck and multiple school buses. We'll be watching this very closely to see if some of the Forsyth Tech students get off of that bus. Hopefully that is the case and they'll be reunited. On the left, you can see the police activity still blocking the entrances off of the main Forsyth Tech campus on Silas Creek Parkway. And I also see another bus appears to be pulling in, which could be a sign that these buses are helping assist students get off campus and go to that reunification center. Hopefully that is the case. Again, this all transpired just after 10 this morning when police responded to shots fired. We have learned in the last half an hour or so that there is no active shooter. Police are not looking into that anymore, but it is still an active investigation. This is a new tweet now from the city of Winston-Salem. Forsyth Tech situation: currently Miller Street is blocked at Silas Creek Parkway intersection. Please avoid the campus area. This is a tweet from Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Oh, this appears to be a bit dated, but it is aware, or was aware, of what was an active situation on Forsyth Tech. There were students there who were attending some events at Forsyth Tech, college events, we've learned from a parent whose child was there on a college visit. Similar situation with Stokes County Schools. They also had several groups of students on campus today for a visit, and they are all safe and accounted for, as far as we know, from the school districts at this point. This is a live look, and now we can, I think, be a little more specific about this now that we know that there is no active shooter and students are being cleared. But you could see in that previous tweet, if we can go back to it for just a minute, those empty desks, the lights are off in the classroom, and there appear to be removable or accordion blocking students who were behind those barriers, sheltering in place as instructed. This is now a live look again at the view outside of Forsyth Tech campus. If we still have Ben on standby, I'd love to check in with him. We are trying to figure out whether students are leaving campus. Amber had mentioned that she had heard from a mom at the Armory that as we speak, students are being cleared from their rooms.
All right, and so what we're looking at now is the National Guard Armory. These are the parents that are waiting, or the family members, loved ones, things of that nature, that are waiting now to be reunited with their loved ones or their students. I mean, we keep saying students, but a lot of these students are, they're adults. And are, these are just loved ones or something of that nature that are coming there to make sure that their loved one is okay. You see that they're trying to keep the traffic down to a minimum around that area, and that each one of the National Guard bringing in the family members, allowing them to get settled, to get parked, to get as much information as they can at the moment while they are waiting for their loved ones to be taken from the campus. So when you look at the main campus of Forsyth Tech, it is a large campus with a lot of classrooms. We're talking about not just the students, but we're talking about all the faculty in their offices. We're talking about all the staff. We're talking about all of the workers who are in different parts of that main campus, all having to exit. And all having to get to this one part so that they're able then to leave and to meet up with their family members. So again, the timeline of this, as you're thinking to yourself, shouldn't this happen faster? Well, this all actually seemed to actually happen very fast at 10:10 with the alert going out, and then all of the law enforcement arriving there and then clearing that scene. What was it, just right after noon at that?
Yeah, we had heard from Amber, who said, yes, parents were hopefully being reunited with their students any moment as police start to clear classroom by classroom of this large main campus at Forsyth Tech. This is a school bus driving away. It's hard to tell from this vantage point if there are students on board. It looks to me like that bus is empty, perhaps trying to figure out how best to access the students who could be leaving at this point, because there are still several roads blocked off by not only Winston-Salem police, but also State Highway Patrol troopers. And meanwhile, you've heard in our live pictures some helicopter noise. We have learned from our Ben Briscoe on scene that there is an active search for a person or people potentially linked to what was a shooting situation inside the campus of Forsyth Tech.
Yeah, and we want to make this very, very clear, even though I know that we've said it a lot in the last half hour. This is the main point, that it is not an active shooter situation right now. It is an active investigation right now, and that the students and the staff and the faculty are safe. And at this point, we are not hearing about any kind of injury, fatality, or anything of that nature. So as soon as we get any kind of confirmation that there is nothing or there is something, we of course will be bringing that to you.
Yeah, and that's such an important point. For those who have been watching this for the last bit, we did have a phone interview with a parent earlier whose child was there on one of these class field trips for the day. He had called her and she said that he told her he saw what he thinks was someone accidentally being shot in the bathroom. That is all unconfirmed, but we want to bring it up again in case you saw that earlier and are wondering what has happened with that report. We are vetting it. At this point, we don't know any confirmation of any injuries.
Right, and so she, the son had told the mom it looked like, or it sounded like that the person, whoever it was, shot themselves. It wasn't somebody shooting them.
Right.
But that still goes to the fact that there was a gun on campus.
Right.
And so now we have to unpack, how did that gun get on campus?
Yeah, and this mom's son told her that after he saw this person accidentally shoot, they ran away. So again, all of this unconfirmed. We're working to learn more, and we can see this police presence by helicopter looking for someone or perhaps people potentially involved. But we've heard from the school districts who had students on campus, Stokes County and Winston-Salem Forsyth, that they are safe.
Okay, and so what we want to turn your attention to right now is that, you know, there's a lot of information going out right now. The city of Winston-Salem just posted this because there, of course, is a link going around right now. People are posting that this incident was caught on camera. This is not legit. And so we know that people want all information. They want to see what happened. They want to know what happened. But someone has put up some kind of video that claims it is from Forsyth Tech Community College, and this is not video from there. And so we want to make sure that you don't click on any links where people are posting that the incident was caught on camera, that it is deemed high risk and it is deemed not legitimate. And you don't know, when someone is asking you to click on something, what kind of information or what's going to happen with that. That's the first thing. And the second thing is you don't want to be duped into thinking something happened when it didn't.
Just as we speak, I'm checking my Facebook post about this incident earlier and see some of these false links. So please, you're right, do not click on anything. This was not caught on camera. Police have not released any kind of video footage. The only videos we've seen are the ones we've shown you from Twitter from students who say they have been inside sheltering in place, and those videos showed empty classrooms, students doing what they are supposed to be doing in locking down.
And if you see us, we're on our computers, we're on our phones, we're trying to get as much information as we are getting it from the different police and things of that nature.
Yeah, and confirmed information as well, which is, again, the point. We're trying to tell you what we know as we know it from reputable sources, for sure. So let's check in with WFMY News 2's Amber Lake. She has been at the National Guard Armory, which is the meeting spot for parents as they hopefully reunite soon, or perhaps as we speak with their students. Amber?
Yeah, Megan, so I'm actually on FaceTime right now with a student who is currently sheltering in place. Her name is Abby. Abby, I know that you're sitting there with your classmate. Kind of tell me, you know, you got the text message. What went through your head?
Honestly, I just saw the text and immediately panicked, but just told my professor, and we immediately just moved and shelter in place, turned off the lights, all got quiet, and stayed still until we knew anything.
And so whenever it's insane to actually be a part of a situation like this. We just heard about, the situation that happened in Nashville on Monday. You hear about active shooter situations across the country, but it's different whenever it happens right here at your school.
Yeah, I never really thought I'd be in the situation, but it is what it is. We're safe. Our building's been cleared, so now we're just waiting to be escorted.
So that is a relief. Your building has been cleared. You're waiting for someone to come and escort you out. How long have you been in shelter in place in your classroom?
We got the text message at 10:15, and then we're still in shelter in place right now.
And so what has been the emotions in the classroom since this happened? I mean, I'm sure it's more of a sigh of relief right now, but what has it been whenever, y'all had to lock the doors and turn the lights out? How was everyone acting?
I think it's a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of unknown. But now that we've gotten updates and we've been told that the building's clear, it's a sigh of relief. A lot of parents, there's a lot of parents in our class with kids, and their anxiety was really high about getting back home to their kids and everything.
Oh, I'm sure. Have y'all been in contact with your parents?
Yes.
How have they been reacting to all of this?
Just keep me updated. Are you safe? I love you. Just checking it.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate y'all talking with us. We're going to go ahead and send it back to you, Megan and Tanya.
Negative.
All right, so seeing those two students in there and hearing that they are not scared,
Right.
Hearing that they know that everything has been cleared, and knowing that the danger is over with and everyone is okay. That's something that made my heart feel a little bit better too.
Right. I mean, this is just an unnerving week after all that has happened nationally, and this conversation with the recent incidents of violence on school campuses. So let's, I believe Amber's off the phone with her students she just talked with. Amber, can you kind of give us an update of where you are? I'm sorry, let's check in with Ben first while Amber gets situated and finds out the reunification plans in place. So Ben, what are you seeing in this search for a possible suspect?
Hi guys, first I want to show you what's happening right now out here. Take a look at this line of cars that had just left campus. You can see even more coming out of the parking lot down there. I talked with a student who was in the car. They said that he was a student in the Strickland building where this incident first started, according to police. The student told me that he was on the first floor in an HVAC class, and that the incident appeared to have happened upstairs. He said he was in the classroom and one of his friends in class went to go upstairs to the vending machine to try to get a snack. When they got upstairs, they saw police all over the hallway with guns drawn, according to this student. And the police told him, hey, you need to go back downstairs, get in the classroom, or get out of the building, one of the two. But take a look, students are starting to leave campus right now. This is the most cars that we've seen over the past 5 minutes or so. Long lines coming out of these parking lots down here. I will also say that there's been a shift out here in the law enforcement presence. I talked with a neighbor who lives across the street who said when this all first happened, he saw maybe 20 police cars fly by his house headed down toward that Strickland building, which is just right down this street here. Since then, you can tell we're down to just police at the entrances. There is a helicopter still going around overhead, and they're told that there is a heavy police presence inside the campus still, but we have not seen any more police officers arrive. What we are seeing arrive are more school buses, just like this one from Winston-Salem, Forsyth County. Again, the district had a group of students here on a field trip touring for College Day. The district says all of those students are accounted for and safe, but you can see the police officer right there guiding the school buses in. At this moment though, the big change out here is that students are starting to come out of the buildings and leave campus.